Testing. All right. You can cut out that other.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, see y'all from Texas, where we should ride in swangers and put diamonds in our neck.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on with my I do not know what's going on with my how's everybody doing tonight? Oh my goodness, I'm thinking something wrong with my damn with my damn stuff, and I forgot that my YouTube was already set up. Ah, damn, that's the reason why. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? It's your boy Doc Holiday. We are back here again with another HBCU Overdrive. And it is HBCU tonight. It's Sunday, November the 2nd. Yes, it's November already. And we got what? We got 59 days left to the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 59 days. We got 59 days to the end of the year. Oh man, it's crazy. But anyway, it just threw me off right there. What's going on, Mr. Blakely? It kind of threw me off right there. But anyway, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure you comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're on Twitter, make sure you hit the follow button and then come to the YouTube side to hit the subscribe button. And last but not least, if you are a new subscriber, hit that notification bell. Put it on all. Don't put it on personalized. Don't put it on personalized. Put it on all. That means that you get everything. That you get everything HBC Overdrive. We had a good day yesterday until I got pretty much summoned to the principal's office, but it's okay. Hey, it's okay. But also but then I thought my house was about to go, my apartment about to be set on fire because I lighting one of those scented candles and the wick went out, and so at least I know my damn fire alarm, smoke detector, I know it works. So at least I know that. So I wouldn't be shocked about that. But anyway, man, we had a good time yesterday. And we're gonna go ahead and do some recap from yesterday's game. But I also I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick with Prairie View. And it's not with the coach. Trust me, it ain't with Coach Jackson. It ain't with TJ. I have a bone to pick with the fans. I have a bone to pick with the fans. But we can get it out. We get into all that and everything else after this good old commercial break. We'll be right back in just a minute.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shoutouts on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
What's going on? We are back, y'all. But yeah. What's going on, Miss Bonnie? How you doing? Let's go ahead and get into this recap from yesterday. Actually, from really think about it, from Thursday night. So get into it from Thursday night. As you see, we're gonna go. We're gonna start at the meet. We're gonna start with the MEAC, and we're gonna start there. We're gonna start what happened on Thursday night with Delaware State and Norfolk State. Delaware State defeats Norfolk State 27-20 in front of a Delaware State. I think was a record crowd for Delaware State since it was their home game. 47,269 people, if I'm not mistaken. If not, just let me know if I was off on the number. But I know it was 47,000. 47,000 made their way to the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia to watch the Hornets and the Spartans go at it in MEAC action. And it was the opener. There was the second game of MEAC football this past weekend. Delaware State wins the game 27-20 again on the legs of Mr. James Jones, who I prefer to as, if you ever listen to Pimp C, Sweet James. That's what I call him, Sweet James. If you ever listen to Pimp C, that's the reason why. That's where I came up with that name for him. That's his nickname, Sweet James. Had over 100 yards in the game, had one touchdown running. Followed by Marquise Gillis. Let me see. In fact, let me go ahead. I do it from here. And gonna let y'all know, remember, basketball season starts this week. Yep. Basketball season starts this week. Here we go. Oh, and it's still, I'm gonna tell y'all what season is still. It is still buyout season. A lot of folks are getting fired. A lot of folks done got fired. A lot of folks done got fired. We'll talk about who got fired today. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, damn, these niggas can't even keep a job. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow for some teams, man. Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow for some teams. Um, Still got a couple of games left, and some people just don't want to wait. So you better hope and pray your coach don't get fired. All right, let's see. Here we go. Nope, that ain't the one I want. Shoot. All right, let me see. Yeah, so I'm trying to get all these stats, so I don't want to keep reading off my phone because oh my god, I didn't want to pick these one. But anyway, man, y'all know what I'm about to do. Yeah, it's getting on my nerves. What up, though? Hey, I got a bone to pick with y'all. I got a bone to pick with y'all fans down there on the hill, down there at Alta Vista Plantation. I got a bone to pick with y'all. Everybody say Anna got cheated. Hey, I always say if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting it out there. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So all right, man. Look, here we go. So Thursday night's game again. Delaware State defeats Norfolk State 27-20 on the legs of Mr. James Jones, aka like I said, I call him Sweet James, man. Hey man, please do not give me a fucking, please don't give me no damn asthma attack over here. Golly. Oh my goodness. James Jones and Marquise Gillis combined for 188 yards, 1 touchdown on 27 combined carries. James Jones, 10 carries, 109 yards, and 1 touchdown, averaging 10.9 yards a carry. Marquise Gillis, 17 carries for 79 yards, averaging 4.6 yards a carry. Just along with these guys right here, pretty much doing all the heavy lifting, they were able to keep Delaware State in the game for the most part. You also had Otto Coons for Norfolk State, passing for 311 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he did have 1 costly interception in the game. But he was very efficient. He was very efficient in this game, as we all know. Kayvon King and Xavier Evans only combined for 50 yards, only ran for 50 yards combined, 30 for King, 20 for Evans. Running game could not get it done on Thursday night, so they had to rely more on the pass. But Drayshawn Kendrick and J.J. Evans, dynamite. Both over 100 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns combined. But it was the tough running of James Jones and Marquise Gillis. Jones and Gillis in this game that pretty much kept this game at bay. Also, Caden Bennett with pretty much very efficient, 16 out of 18 for 158 yards and 1 touchdown. Very efficient when it came to passing the ball. Hit receivers everywhere. In fact, hit 10 receivers in the game. Hit 10 receivers in the game, and pretty much every receiver got a catch. No turnovers in this game. No turnovers by Delaware State in this game. The only thing I did see from Delaware State was that Caden Bennett was kind of gimpy. That was more on because he was cramping for most part of the game. Yes, sir. Always. But other than that, Dale State starts the MEAC carousel at 2-0, while Norfolk drops to 0-2 in conference, 1-7 overall, and this brings Dale State's record to 6-3 overall. Then on Saturday, South Carolina State defeats Morgan State 36-30, where Morgan in the 4th quarter tried to make a furious comeback by scoring 20 in the 4th quarter alone. Just did not have enough They just didn't have enough in this game to keep it going. At half for the half, South Carolina State was up 28-10. So pretty much they had their lead and they stayed with their lead. But I can tell you this. The Bulldogs defense is not the same defense that you saw last season. It's not the same defense that you saw won the Celebration Bowl. It's really not. It is. This defense is pretty much different. It's porous in certain aspects of the game, and most likely it comes from giving up a lot of yards through the air. But they do persevere because they do score and they do try to get out ahead of you. But as far as when it comes to playing defense, they are not the same South Carolina State team that we have seen, that we've known for years and years before. But there goes to show that you better score more points than the other team, because if not, they're gonna be on your bumper. And then finally, out of DC, North Carolina Central defeats Howard 35-14. Chauncey Spikes was the man of the hour on Saturday with 9 catches for 208 yards and 3 touchdowns in the game. That's followed by Walker Harris going 17-29, 321 yards in the air, 4 touchdowns, but also threw 2 interceptions in his game. Again, North Carolina Central had something to prove. They felt like in their hearts that the game between them and Delaware State, they felt like it was a fluke. But I can tell you this: it was not a fluke in that game. Delaware State won, but they took all out on the Bison from Howard. Now Central is pretty much playing from behind in the conference when it comes down to it, sitting at 1-1, while Dale State and South Carolina State are 2-0 in the conference. Howard's sitting at 1-1 also. And Morgan and Norfolk State at 0-2. Like I said, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. What's good, man? It's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Again, so next week, basically, coming up Friday night, Delaware State will travel to Baltimore, which is not a far drive. They will be in Baltimore, take on Morgan State on Friday night. That game is on ESPNU at 6. It's a 6 o'clock kickoff, y'all. And it's not to compete with the high school ranks. This is something that's good with what's going on in the MEAC. Howard and South Carolina State square off in Orangeburg And last but not least, Norfolk State and Central duke it out in Durham. So that is the MEAC. That is the MEAC talk for the recap and what's going to happen this week. But let's go ahead and get to that SWAC talk. So I would say the reason why it's happened during the week so often, I wouldn't know, but this is, I mean, with last week, last week was something special, because it's two good friends going up against each other, and also, I mean, the Eagles didn't. I don't think the Eagles had a game at the vet. I mean, yeah, not the vet, but at the link this weekend. I think they were off this weekend, so that's the reason why they were able to not the rest of hey, we'll get into that, Uncle Willie. We'll get into that. Because if you want to explain it to him, you know how it is. You can always come up here and explain it to him. Yeah, so the Eagles had a bye week, so that's the reason why they were able to get it done. And a plus, you know, Alumni Stadium at Dover only holds like 10,000, so they knew that the game was going to be packed. So. But we'll get into that. I'll bring you up here, Will. But let's get into this SWAC talk, y'all. So, anyway, yeah. And then for this weekend, hey man, you're in Baltimore, so you're gonna be in Baltimore, and I don't think the Ravens are having anything this weekend also. So, in the MEAC shoot, they like to get it how they live. So. All right, let's go ahead and we get to the SWAC now. Let's start off with Mississippi Valley versus Bethune-Cookman. Mississippi Valley loses to Bethune in Daytona 42-34. But I will say this. Okay, I got you. I got y'all. We gonna explain all that right there. I would say this. Josh Brown, the quarterback for Mississippi Valley, is somebody that you don't want to fuck with. Josh Brown's stat line was like this last night: 36 for 57, 418 yards, threw a touchdown, threw an interception. But he also had 2 rushing touchdowns. So he had 3 total. He had 400 yards, 418 yards of total offense by himself. Yeah. Yeah. Josh Brown is like that. Excuse me. I'm just telling y'all. Josh Brown is like that. But they did lose to Bethune. And if you look at the way that this game was played, Bethune jumped out on Valley 21-7 in the first quarter. Halftime was 28-17, but Valley did make a furious try to make a furious comeback in the second half, but with Bethune starting the game off real fast in the first quarter, in the first half, that pretty much sealed the deal for Valley. Even though Valley could have came back and tied the game if they could have tied this game, but I mean they just ran out of steam. Bethune-Cookman quarterback Cam Ransom, 14-22, 154 yards and 1 touchdown. Also added 45 yards on the ground with another touchdown. Bethune-Cookman actually started the game off with a nice kickoff return. They started off with a nice kickoff return. They had an interception return for a touchdown. They ran the ball very well, 200 yards rushing as a team. So they ran the ball very well. Bethune-Cookman is a team that you do. Bethune-Cookman is a team right now that you really do not want to see, especially around this time now. And the way that they're playing, they are. Let's be real. Bethune-Cookman right now is, if I'm not mistaken, it's on a 5-game winning streak. If I'm not mistaken, they're on a 5-game winning streak, or either 4-game winning streak. I think they're on a 4-game winning streak. Yes, Bethune has won 4 out of the last 5 games. Bethune might not have a defense, bro, but they got enough offense where they're gonna outscore you, and they're gonna score fast in the first half, and gonna try to keep scoring. What does there need to have for a defense? All you gotta do is just hold the line. Make sure that the dam don't break. Make sure that the dam don't break. That's what Bethune-Cookman's defense I got to do. As long as they keep scoring, they ain't got to do too much of anything. Now let's go ahead and head down to let's head to the 3rd ward. Alcorn defeats Texas Southern 33-14. Somebody ain't gonna be too happy on this dang on call tomorrow morning. Somebody gonna be like this before they jump on the damn call. They're gonna be like, I need a drink. They gonna be on that call like, Mr. Doc. Well, of course, you know, I don't change anything. Them asses gonna be short, simple, and cut like a knife through butter, a hot knife through butter. That's how them asses gonna be tomorrow on that coach's call. But let's jump into it. Alcorn. I think Alcorn won 2 out of 3. I thought Jalen Tolbert played yesterday. I mean, he didn't play yesterday. I don't know. Well, Jalen Tolbert won. I mean, Jalen Tolbert. What up, KT Dub? Jalen Tolbert, 20 out of 24, 222 yards, 1 touchdown. But the best thing about it is he had 0 interceptions yesterday. Also added another 35 yards on the ground. So, hey, man, he was doing his job. Reggie Davis, running back, 87 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground on 20 carries. Cameron Stewart, 57 yards on the ground. Jacorian Sewell, 39 yards on the ground. What's going on with Jacorian? What's going on with Mr. Sewell? Well, I can't say what's going on with it because it got over 700 yards of rushing this season. So there's not too much he can, not too much anything he can do. Defense played exceptionally well in this game, got an interception. Special teams was pretty decent in this game against Texas Southern. Let's go ahead and see what Texas Southern did. KJ Cooper, 26 of 52, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. As a team, they only ran the ball 42 yards on 15 carries. Really couldn't do anything on the ground. Athea Riffrow was only held to 35 yards on 10 carries in this game. Pretty much Texas Southern got outplayed in this game by Alcorn. And I don't know what's up with what's up when Texas Southern and Alcorn get together and pretty much get together in Houston, where Alcorn pretty much just shits on Texas Southern's parade every time they play in Houston. Every time. Just now, let's just say the last 3 years, they have shitted on Texas Southern. Alcorn. Like, seriously. Who does that? And with this win, I think this will keep. I don't know how this is gonna happen. I think this might keep that seat kind of cool a little bit for Cedric Thomas. But let's go ahead and get to it. Let's head over to the woods in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. UAPB defeats Southern 40-21. After having their best output of the season last week against FAMU, Southern tends to actually lay an egg. And here goes. Southern actually tend to lay an egg. Don't know why. Why? What's going on? After look, Trey Holland them did I don't know what type of video. I think it was a TikTok video, whatever. And basically, they got Trey. Mr. Ford, I called you twice this earlier today.
No, for real?
Yeah.
I was over at my in-laws' house. I watched I watched the Falcons a little bit, and then I think I came home. Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I watched you yesterday. You were streaming the games. I didn't call in on anything, but I watched. Yeah. I thought the best game of the day was that Bama State Prairie View game. I thought that was.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to them because I got a bone pick with them.
Yeah, man, I thought that was a good game.
But Pine Bluff said they out here trying to do some business and gave Southern the business last night. So
Oh yeah, yeah. But you know what? I picked when Mr. Mona asked me. I picked UAPB. I think if they can get some more get a few more athletes, and I think they can go up. Now, what's the name is a train wreck, and I'm waiting to see how the Southern thing's going to shake out, because I think that Southern's going to make the mistake of just hiring a new staff when they need a new AD, and I think that the same thing is going to continue on. I'm hoping that Southern will not drop the ball on this, but I believe that they are. They're not going to do it correct. See, they're not going to get to the root of the problem.
Well, I know what they need. I know what they do need.
Oh yeah,
they need a quarterback.
Yeah,
they need an offensive line. They need some playmakers on as receivers. They're gonna need a couple more running backs because Trey Holly, he's out of there after this season.
Oh yeah, he going with the money, bro. He going with the money. Go ahead and enjoy him, because them people coming with that money. When is their season over?
November the 30th.
That's when December. Them people coming down there with that money bag. Because that stuff that Trey Holly got, you can't coach that. That's all that stuff is natural. Because he's a big timer, man.
He said the root of the problem is Tony Clayton.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the big dog down there. I've heard his name a lot.
He must be on the board.
Yeah, he's on the board.
Oh yeah, so then there's your problem. They're gonna keep trying to bring anybody in that resembles Pete Richardson, and you can't do that.
No, you got to go out here and get the best available. Now, personally, I don't think Southern needs no celebrity coach. I think they need to look at a coach who's already successful, has championships on his belt, and bring him to Baton Rouge. But hey, Miss, is that Miss KD? Hey, Miss KD, how you doing?
What's up, Uncle Willie?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah,
I can hear. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
how you doing, Brother Ford?
How you doing?
Yeah,
I'm doing all right. I just want to
What you got to say? What you got to say?
Hello.
It's been a minute since you saying something on my line.
I'm gonna be brief. Yeah, it was something that was on Tamona's show, and I just know that other people think this way. How do I put this without making people upset? A lot of times, a lot of our fans in the HBCU space, they're fans for bragging rights, and they're not really true football fans. You know, the question was brought up. We should set our starters down and play the second and third string. See, that happened last year against Grambling. That's why we got our ass whooped. It probably happened this year. You can't take team. Let me get to the gist of what I'm saying. Mississippi Valley State is a Division I program with Division I talent.
True.
I don't care if their record is 0 and 150. They still a Division I school with Division I talent. Now, when you go and you try to put second and third string players against Division I talent, that's just like taking a high school team playing against a Division I against a college team. It's a reason that you have starters. The only way that you would do something like that from a coaching standpoint is if you up 3 touchdowns or 17 points, and you, after the first 20, 25 plays, you decide to start implementing your second and third string players in periodically. You can't. I just wanted you. I don't like this. I don't have the patience for foolishness. So that's why I asked you all to explain it. I can't. A lot of people work off it. A lot of people work off emotions, and they're not working off a rational thought. They think they watching a Madden NCAA video game. You see, Jackson State is at the top. Jackson State is at the top of their level So every team, those lower tier teams, Jackson State is their Super Bowl. Their lower tier teams, first string, is gonna give Jackson State hell for the first quarter and a half until they get down, until they just overwhelm. So I'd rather for Mr. Ford to explain it, because he was a coach, and he was a coach on a higher level than I just coached youth ball. You know, I prepared them to go to college, but Mr. Ford actually coached them in college. So I'd rather for him to try to explain that to people. And there's a lot of people out there thinking like that. Then if the coaches decided to do something like that, and then Jackson get down behind, or whatever team it is, they get behind by a touchdown or two, then they try to go and put their starters, but that's how you get people hurt. There's a whole bunch of things that happen. Why football and basketball are the two main sports. It depends on the matchup. This team might can go and whoop everybody's behind. And this sorry team with 1 or 2 losses might match up so great against them, they'll have problems with them. And I just want Mr. Ford, a real coach. They could probably explain it better to me, because I don't have patience for folks. And I'm going to hang up and listen. Thank you for taking my call, bro.
Nah, you good, man. So,
lay up all the time, don't it, Doc? I don't be.
Uh-oh. Did I do that? I didn't do that. Oh, man, I didn't do that. But, hello?
Hey, I'm here.
Okay. But yeah, man, when you look at it, to me, I'm gonna answer this and then we're gonna get back to it.
Okay.
If you are up on the team, if you get up on the team by at least, give me 3 touchdowns. At least 3 touchdowns. This is just football. 3 touchdowns. And you have a 3 touchdown lead all the way into maybe, let's say, beginning, or let's say within the 10-minute mark of the third quarter. And if you are imposing your will on your opponent, then probably by the 7-minute mark of the third quarter, I'm taking all my starters out and I'm putting my reserves in. And hey, I mean, it is what it is. If you up by 5 touchdowns, then yeah, I'm like, look, second half, ain't nobody playing. Nobody's not playing. No starters not playing. I'm putting all second string, third strings in there. I can't. That's the only thing I can't risk. My starters getting hurt, and especially if we are in the contention of first and foremost going to the SWAC championship game, and then second of all, hosting the SWAC championship game, because that's what our priority is now, as because of how everything went down a couple of weeks ago. But go ahead, Mr. Ford, if you want to answer that question right there.
Well, I mean, when the best teams I was around, we had a rotation. Mm-hmm. And we played a lot of people. The better the teams that I coached, the more players we played. I agree with him about they're going to give Jackson their best game. Now, one thing that does happen during the late October and November, mm-hmm. the so-called losing teams, they get better. And you have to be very careful about sitting people down, because that can be perceived as taking them lightly. And you don't want that. That's what makes people play.
Yeah.
And we had a thing of, now I'm going to tell you who kind of coached. Did you see that Delaware State Norfolk game?
Yeah, I had streamed it.
That's right. Okay. Did you notice how he was shuttling in them backs? He kept them backs fresh.
Yeah.
I had a coach who believed in that. And sometimes he would have us to shuttle in backs that didn't have the skill or the talent of the top backs, but he didn't want backs to be burnt, because he felt that, back, we were running I and power I and all the veer and all that. He wanted those backs to be fresh. We had a rotation. We played a lot of people. Now, as far as like you said, and I agree with what you said. Now, we would feel the pulse of the team, like we might get ahead of them 2 or 3 touchdowns, and this has happened on many occasions. Them people wasn't beat, man. And we've had people to come back on us now. You have to feel the pulse of the other team to determine, are they beat? Okay. And some people can do that, some people can't. You have to be very careful in your preparation, because at this time of the year, like I said, the so-called losing teams, they playing better. It's almost the end of the month. They playing better.
They playing for evaluation too.
Yeah, right. That's right. They're playing for evaluation. So yeah, we like I said, I had one head coach, he believed that them backs needed to be fresh, man. He wanted them backs shuttled in and out. And that's what I saw Deshaun Jackson doing was that Thursday night. He kept them backs fresh, man. He kept them backs fresh.
Yeah, when you look at it out, to me, just by him, by his team leading the whole country in rushing offense.
Right. Yeah.
With those two in, both of them combined for they combined for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. And so when you look at it, you think about it, he didn't really have to do as much in the air, because the quarterback he started the game off 5 for 5.
Oh yeah.
Like he was that dude was efficient. He didn't in KB, he didn't have to use his legs all that much either, because they played a pretty much run control offense against Norfolk. And I did see some promise in that game Thursday with Norfolk State and Michael Vick.
Oh yeah, I did.
Like he got to have his own crew got to be up in there.
Yeah. Now, as far as Vic is concerned, the main thing I want Vic to do, he's got to go to the Group of 5 conferences, and he's got to get them starters who got 1 and 2 years of eligibility left. But he's got to have them tackles got to be 6'5", 6'6", and they got to be tackles that can run. Because see, people, and I tell people this all the time. You can't throw the football if your tackles are not good. The tackles determine how good your passing game is going to be. Now, the other thing I want Vic to do, Vic has got to go out and get some defensive help in his front 7. Now, I saw a couple of guys. I think one was wearing 6. He was tough. But he got to go up to whether it be, the Power 4, Power 5, Group of 5. He got to bring some of them guys down there. The main thing I want Vic to do, he's got to stock them defensive tackles, man. He got to, because what's his name was running up that middle too much, man. Like Mr. Mona be talking about soft in the middle. They was Norfolk was real soft in the middle. He got to go get them defensive tackles. It's not that they got to be gigantic defensive tackles, but they got to be quick kids who can run to the football. Yeah. And that's what I didn't see out of his front 7. But I know with his name recognition, he going to bring in some big-time players now. Because first of all, see, it's a lot of kids up there at Virginia Tech. It's going to be asked to leave because they ain't got but 1 year eligibility. And it's a new regime getting ready to come in there. You know he going to invite them kids to Norfolk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and finish this out. So, Pine Bluff defeats Southern 40-21. Pine Bluff, with 3 wins, he gets 1 more win. He stays at Arkansas.
I think so too. Yeah.
I don't see him leaving. Now with Southern, I've already said this with Southern. They're looking to change everything about this football team. So in order for you not to have the remnants of Terrence Graves or even Eric Dooley, because that's Eric Dooley's staff, they just kept on, kept along for the ride. They only added, only 1 person, which was Fred McNair. So they're looking to clean house.
But
Now,
it can't start on the field, Doc.
oh no, I know it ain't gonna start on the field. I'm
It
saying it's
can't start on
starting.
the field.
So
It's got to start in administration.
You got to start in administration. So he got to
Yeah.
start on the board. And I think, to me, and the way I'm looking at it and the way I'm seeing it with Roman Banks, his hands are tied because he has the board is like breathing down his neck. And they're telling him, no, you need to go with this person. But he wants to go with, if he wants to go with somebody, you have to let him actually do his job. You know, if he feel like, let's just say he feel like, if he could feel like going after a Division II coach, let's say he go after Felton Huggins from Kentucky State, who's doing a hell of a good job this season. They 7-2, they 5-1 in SWAC. Hell of a good job this season. They can actually play for a SWAC championship with a couple of, you know, things got to happen here and there. But let's just say they go get Felton Huggins. And let's just say Roman Banks feel like Felton is the right person for this job at Southern. That you gotta, you know, it ain't a reclamation project. It's like, we gotta get this done. We gotta get back to winning SWAC championships.
Right.
We got it. In fact, we got to get they haven't been to the Celebration Bowl yet.
Right.
So we got to get there. I think he's the guy to actually get us there, and he gets a whole coach. But if that one or two members of that board say no, you're undermining. You're like undercutting your own athletic director. Because I always say this. We said this last time. We say this all the time. The board of trustees is not the one who hire and fire a coach. They are the board of trustees' job is to approve the contract that an AD gives, offers to a head coach. So you're not in the job of hiring and firing. Let him do his job. If he ain't doing his job right, then you need to step up and say, hey, your servants are no longer needed here. We're going to find an AD that do what they're supposed to do. Or basically find an AD that is going to do what we tell him to do. Because that's really what it is. But I'm looking at, like, if we could get into those, to the candidates, we could talk about those in a minute. Let's head down to North Louisiana off of exit 81, I-20. Grambling defeats Alabama A&M 13-10. Everybody keeps talking about that the refs cheated for Grambling. I'm like this. I don't know if the refs cheated for Grambling, but it is always a hard time to play in the hole.
Yeah, and I think he about to save his job too. He done got some heat off of him.
He got a whole bunch of heat off of him.
He sure did. He got all, listen, Vegas was good to him, baby.
The man got 6 wins this
Yeah,
weekend.
that's what I'm saying. And then he beat the #1 team in HBCU football.
Twice.
He can blame, he could say that he beat Jackson this year. And I still think Jackson wins the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like you said, I think he saved his job.
They gave him a 2-year deal. Looking at it like this, he's improved. He's improved immensely. Y'all can say he's fool's gold, whatever, but he's improved immensely. The man has won 6 games this season. The last coach to win 6 games in the season for Grambling was Fobbs.
Right.
It was Fobbs. So let's pretty much let's not talk too much about that. He's going to win 7 because he's going to go down to he's going down to New Orleans in the Bayou Classic. He's going to win the Bayou Classic this year.
Oh yeah.
It could be with a 5th string or an 8th string quarterback. He's going to win the Bayou Classic this year because Southern is not that good. And Southern does not want. Southern just gave up. Let's just put it just like that. Let's put it like that. Southern gave up. It was an ugly game because at halftime the game was 10-6, Alabama A&M, and pretty much final. The final score was on a punt return, and your defense played exceptionally well. Offense was horrible, but guess what? The special teams came. The special teams came out to play, and that's it. Oh, Grambling Prairie View played
in Dallas. That was they played in front of 61,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the last day. That was the last weekend of September, bro.
That's what it's called, State Fair Classic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Grambling has positioned themselves to be an agitator in the SWAC West race to see who go to that SWAC championship game from the West.
Well, Doc, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the West belong to Prairie View, man. That's theirs. The West is Prairie View. I might be wrong, but I think they've sewn it up.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? I think Prairie View. Listen, I'd have to look at that. How many games Prairie View got left?
They got 3 games left.
Who is that?
They got Alabama. No, they got they got Alabama A&M next week in Huntsville.
They don't beat them. Okay, and who's next?
After that, they have Pine Bluff. Now they're looking to go back. They're looking to get their revenge on Pine Bluff because remember they beat them on a Friday night last year.
Oh yeah.
And then last game of the season is against Mississippi Valley for them.
Like I said, I think that the West has been won, and it's PV. It's PV. Yeah. I might be wrong, but I don't think that I don't see Prairie View losing another game, man.
Well, we shall see. Anything can happen in SWAC.
Yeah, you're right.
And since we talking about that game, since we talking about that team, Prairie View, let's go ahead and talk about this game. Prairie View versus Alabama State, which was pretty much, to me, the second game of the year in the SWAC.
It was. It was a big game.
It was a big game.
Big game.
Alabama State wins the game 31-28, but in the process of winning this game, Andrew Body goes out of the game with a shoulder injury. Don't know the whole thing. I did talk to his people yesterday, so they're going to try to see what's going on with him, if it requires surgery or not. I hope it don't require surgery, and I hope it just rest your shoulder, get yourself rested, and we can carry the team without you for right now, for next week. Now I will say this: I want to ask the question to Coach Jackson tomorrow. Why did you not take out Cam Peters after the 3rd interception?
I think that's the best they got, though. The other guy, the big guy from Memphis, he's a runner, but he doesn't. He's not. He can't throw the ball.
That's the guy from Memphis. Cam Peters from Memphis.
Okay, no, I'm talking about the big guy. One guy wears 21. Who is that?
Kevin Carter.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that was the best they had. I thought that the Cam Peters guy's the best they got.
I understand. He say he can't throw the ball, But at the same time, your man threw 4 interceptions in this game altogether.
Yeah, he did. He did. You can't win like that. Not no big game like that now. You can't win no big, because that was a big game yesterday. They were that I really enjoyed that game. That was 2 of our best coaches in the SWAC, 2 of our best teams. But like you said, you can't win a big game throwing no 4 interceptions. You can't do that.
And then the thing about it too, when you look at it also, after Andrew goes down, they brought in T-Shawn Smoot.
Yeah.
Hey, just don't lose the game for us.
Right. He just was a game manager. That's what he was. He was the game manager. Now, how long they gonna be able to get away with that? I don't know. Because like I always tell Mr. Mona, in black college football, because of the deficits we have at other positions, the quarterback has to be outstanding. He has to be one of the top athletes on the field. If you're gonna win in black college football and all that, your quarterback got to be outstanding. We don't do well with game managers.
Well, I know I'm not gonna say anything bad about Smoot because he played. He did play.
Yeah. I mean, he came in. Yeah, led him to victory. He led him to victory.
He didn't. He kept the game. He kept the game at the, basically. He kept them in the game to where they don't lose the game.
Yeah.
But also, I do have a question about the run defense, Alabama State's run defense, because they did give up 200 yards, 248 yards. They did give up 248 yards to Prairie View, where 100 of those yards came from Cam Peters.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking at it, like Chase Bigman, 118 yards on 23 carries and 1 touchdown. Cam Peters had 189 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns. But again, those 4 interceptions hurt. After that second interception, I would have went over to him like, hey, you see number 21 over there? I ain't asking him to throw the ball, but I will put him in the game. If you got to be able, because I seen where he threw the ball in double coverage. The last throw was in triple coverage.
Yeah.
Mr. Carey said the DB was holding. I mean, they was holding, but hey, you cannot win a game like that.
No, you can't let 4 interceptions. No way, baby. You're not gonna beat a good team like that. No way.
And like I said, he don't have to do a lot because all you got to do is just manage the game. You got a stable of running backs.
Yeah, they do. That kid you just called out, that kid's gonna be really good, man. What'd you just call him? That was it 20? What's his name?
For Prairie View.
For Prairie View.
Chase Bingman.
Oh, he's gonna be good, man.
Yeah, he's a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, he's gonna be good. I love him. I watched him yesterday. He's gonna be really good, man.
Mm-hmm. So with Alabama State, while Andrew's out, all you got to do is manage the game. You got 4 or 5 running backs that can get it done, and we can go ahead and see what their schedule looks like for the rest of the season. Also, right. Let's see. So they are at home against Texas Southern.
Yeah, that's next week.
Mm-hmm. They have Mississippi Valley on the road on the 15th. They are hosting Pine Bluff on the 22nd, and then of course the Turkey Day Classic afterwards.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, the only thing now, because of that Turkey Day Classic, they're only playing for pride because they would have to. Somebody would have to beat Jackson again in order for them to move up in the standings to where they can either host or they go to a SWAC championship game. But for now, they're only playing for pride. And I understand about the Turkey Day Classic, but at the same time, this kind of hurts Alabama State because now with the team that they have, they can't even be a representative for the SWAC in the FCS playoffs.
No, you're right. Now the other thing too, Doc, is this guy that's the offensive coordinator
Chris
for
Barnett.
Alabama State. What's his name?
Chris Barnett.
He should be considered for some of these openings that's coming about. Southern and them need to vet him. FAMU, they need to vet that guy, man. Mm-hmm. I think he's ready.
I mean, the man got four Black College championships under his name.
Remember? Yeah, and I thought he did. I thought that Andrew Body just did a great job running his system.
Oh yeah,
and he should be vetted. They should look at him. I think he should be a head coaching candidate. How old is he?
I don't know how old Chris Barnett is, but he probably in his either late 30s or early 40s. But I know he got 4
He's ready. He's ready, man. He really, to me, he might be the assistant coach of the year in the SWAC.
So we shall see. And then last but not least, Jackson State versus FAMU. First and foremost, it was only 13,000 at this game.
Yeah, that's right. You know what that means.
I mean that the fan base is not happy.
Right, they're disillusioned. Then now from that right there, from the 13,000, that lets you know he's got to go. You can't sit around and talk about give him another year and all that. He's got to go because you're going to lose your fan base. Okay. Yeah, he's got to go. But as I looked at FAM last year, last night because really, to be honest with you, Jackson could have put more points on them than they did.
They could
have been far worse. And I just thought last night, I said, now, Florida A&M was national champs of HBCU football, Celebration Bowl winners 2023. Look how badly that program has fallen in since 2023. And they got to make a move. They have got to. They don't have a choice. They can't come back with this mess about we'll give them 1 more year. They can't because the fan base is going to boycott them. Because I tell you all the time, Doc, Jackson's fans, Grambling fans, Southern fans, FAMU's fans, A&T's fans, those fans are smart. They know football.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to go for that.
So Jackson State puts up 41 to be exact on.
Could have been a whole lot worse.
41 to 16. That was the final last night. My issue in the game yesterday was the damn unnecessary penalties that Jackson State was giving up.
Yeah, I was kind of down on that myself, man.
135 yards in penalties.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I used to have a coach the first thing he would put up what that meant, but the first thing he would always say is bad coaching. In time you got a whole lot of penalties, that's a reflection on the coaching. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. That was terrible.
And when I look at that TC had this one look on his face, and I think it was with I don't know if it was Kanye Vaughn. No, it was with Cam Salas. And he had this look on his face, and I read his lips. Y'all gotta be more fucking disciplined.
Yeah, I thought Cam was a little out of control early in the ball game. First, I saw him doing some things I thought was just totally out of control. I really did. And then eventually he did get that bad penalty. But I kind of saw some things earlier before he got that penalty that he was a little bit out of control.
I like Cam Salas because you need one of those guys. You need one of them kids.
Oh yeah. You do.
You need a crash. I said you need a crash out on your team, but the reason why you say you need a crash out on the team because he's gonna go out there. He's gonna play with reckless abandon. And
yeah.
But the thing is, when he gets too high, you gotta reel him back in.
Right. That's right.
Calm him down.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. Like, be like, hey. When he was going after that offensive lineman, he was like, "Yeah, I can get with you big ass," and it just it set me out. It's like I like that, but you gotta
control it though.
You gotta control yourself, man. And I know he ain't no but a redshirt freshman. So, but you gotta come back in. You gotta control yourself. You gotta get yourself back into the game. It's like okay. Good. I got that out. Let's go out there and play some ball. But started Jared Lockhart, 5 of 10, 104 yards, 1 touchdown in the air.
He missed several. He missed several touchdowns. Because he missed one that I think was Dupree.
Yep.
I mean, Dupree was at least 15 yards ahead of everybody. He missed him. He missed another one over there on that right. I can't think who he was throwing to. He missed him. That's what I say. It could have been if they scored 40. To be honest with you, Doc, they actually could have scored 21 points more. He missed some.
This game should like a Colorado score.
Yeah, he missed some shots, man. I know he missed. He missed Dupree.
Yeah, he did miss Dupree on the left side.
I think he missed Jensen. Did he miss Jensen?
Miss Jensen up the middle.
Yeah.
But the thing about what FAMU was doing, they were trying to keep everything in front of him. They try to keep everything in front of him. But I still say the lights wasn't too bright for him.
Listen, he's gonna have a bright future, man. That kid gonna have a bright future, man.
I will say this. Team running for 389 yards in the game yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Both Aubrey. I'm about to say Aubrey. Damn, he legit like his brother though. Ahmad Miller.
Oh yeah.
And Denario Davenport. Over 100 yards each.
Yeah.
Both of them scored a touchdown apiece. Nate Rimba went in there. He scored again in the air and on the ground too. That man just has FAMU's number because he killed them by himself last year when he was at Valley. He comes in again with blue and white on and destroys them again as a member of Jackson State.
How many years of eligibility does Miller have left?
Ahmad, he got like 3 years left.
Well, didn't he redshirt 1 year?
He redshirt 1 year. He redshirt last year. No, not last year, but the year before.
What about the Davenport kid?
I think he got 1 more year.
Whoa. Y'all gonna be stacked again.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And so the main thing about this game was Jared didn't have to do a lot in this game.
No, he don't. He didn't. No. That big offensive line y'all got, man. That big offense. Because to me, FAMU defense is terrible. I told you I was down there in when did I tell you I was down in September? I saw Albany State dominate them for a half. They don't know how to play no defense in Florida A&M. That's another reason why he got to go.
I said Davenport gone after this year.
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah.
Because he's tough, man. He is tough. He and Miller very experienced backs, man. They're very they patient. They wait till the hole opens. They run the field well. Both of them guys are really good, man. They're really good, and they got power and speed. Both of them got power and speed.
So yeah, when you look at it, like, look, they went out there and showed FAMU that we still own y'all. That you haven't beaten us. The only time you did beat us was the first year of TC's, coaching career as a head coach. But basically, they said, y'all not beating us again. Y'all not beating us again. We beat you. It was the game. Somebody told me that the game wasn't no stalemate when we played them in Jackson last year. The game was a stalemate for damn near 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters. They just put it just like that. Both defenses were playing good in that game. And hey, Jackson just had an answer to it, and they went out there and did what they did.
Yeah, your defense exploded on them the last quarter. That about the last 6-7 minutes, Jackson's defense just took over, man. You talking about the game in Jackson last year? Yeah, that defense took over, man. That hit that Mr. Mona likes to show. That kid that y'all got from Florida State. What? He was a defensive lineman. What's his name?
True Thompson.
Yeah, man. That hit turned that whole game, man. He put a hit on Daniel Richardson, baby, that will go down in history, bro.
Yeah. So, again, all Jackson State, look, they went in there, they took care of business. The only thing I really was irritated about was the penalty, the dumb penalties at that fact.
The lack of concentration, lack of focus.
The lack of focus.
Yeah, one of them guys, I was really surprised at him. Towns Blue.
Yeah.
I was really surprised at him.
He elbowed him in the groin. I'm like, bro, you can't do that.
Yeah, I was surprised at him. I was really surprised at him. Because he's really like the leader of that offensive line. Yeah.
So you gotta be able to calm yourself down. But I would say this: Jackson State. Next game on the list is Valley, Itta Bena. So everybody's going to Itta Bena. Y'all gonna turn Itta Bena into Jackson, Mississippi, of the Delta. Then the last 2 games of the season, we got Bethune-Cookman. Do not sleep on Bethune-Cookman. Please don't sleep on them. Please do not sleep on them. Please do not sleep on Bethune-Cookman. And then last game of the season got Alcorn. Last game of the season got Alcorn. Now I won't sleep on Alcorn either. Yeah, that's a rival game right there. I won't sleep on them either. But as a team, please do not sleep on the Wildcats, because they kind of remind me. They kind of remind me of either a Terry Sims led Wildcats team before they kind of fell off a little bit at the last couple of years of his tenure, or Brian Jenkins Wildcats team. That's who they remind me of. But this one, because Coach Woody actually played for Alvin Wyatt, this reminds me of a Shine team for sure. Please don't sleep on it. Please don't sleep on Bethune-Cookman. Please do not sleep on them. But like I said, there is total chaos on both sides of the division. Because right now you got Prairie View sitting at 4-1 in conference play. in the division, followed by Texas Southern and Grambling sitting at 3-2. Now, Prairie View has both wins over Texas Southern and Grambling. Texas Southern has a tiebreaker over Grambling. All Grambling is going to do is fuck somebody's shit up. That is their job. That is their main focus. Now, let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about this. The game of the year, part 2, was down there at what I like to call the Alta Vista Plantation. But to my friends, G Boom and Mr. Mick, they call it Prairie View A&M. They call it the Hill. And in this game, this day, even though the weather was not nice to some here in Texas, of course, y'all know I stay here in Dallas. It was not nice down there for about maybe 30, 45 minutes. Mr. Mickens said he drove all the way from Dallas to Prairie View in the rain. My man is a diehard Panther. He is a Panther fanatic. G Boom is a Panther fanatic. He was there. What was the rest of everybody else at? You have Coach Tremaine Jackson in a I wouldn't call it an infomercial, but it was a little small commercial that I like the gesture because he paid for 300 tickets for federal workers who are furloughed. I like the gesture of that. Okay, he paid for that out of his pocket to help out for those who are furloughed who wanted to come to the game. But students and only other fans, where was everybody else at? I talked to my niece. I told y'all, my niece, I got one niece that's at Prairie View. She wanted to come home because she hasn't been home in a while. She is a community assistant on campus so she works she works with housing residency. She wanted to come home. She ain't come home. She was gonna be at the game. I told you it's just like that. Me and my family like football. Where's everybody else at? Like I understand. Yeah, and that's true. That is true. That's true. I did see University of Houston had a top 25 matchup yesterday, and they barely had fans in their stands. Houston Christian is over in Sharpstown. It's hard to get fans over there. Of course, Texas Southern plays over at the Shell at the gas station. Rice plays over in the medical district. Sam Houston is renovating their stadium in Huntsville, and they're traveling all the way to Houston to play their home games. I have to say this, man. Y'all got to show up and show out. I understand the reason why Coach Jackson gets on there and he has the bravado to call stuff out. Don't get me wrong. some of the things he say it kind of it get up under my skin, but I think he's doing his job. Didn't Texas lose today too? This is one of the bigger games of the season for Prairie View. Other than homecoming, he didn't play nobody for homecoming. He played the side chick of HBCU football, Lincoln University out of California, for homecoming, which I think everybody should stop playing. I think everybody should stop playing that team. Like, for a game like this, the game of this magnitude, like seriously, it should have been at least, you could at least have me 10,000. 10,000 screaming crazy ass Panther fans down there. I had a homegirl. Her son is in the band. She drove from Dallas to see her son in the band and watch a football game. Like, yo, what? Come on, man. And for 5,000 folks to show up to that game, that was criminal right there. That was criminal. For 5,000 folks to show up to that game. Understand? So, yes, it was raining. Okay, wait till the rain ends, then take your ass to the stadium. And it's crazy, man, because I don't know. Maybe like I said, it's some students that do like sports, they do like football, you know, and then it's other ones that's there for the fashion show and shit. I don't care what you got on. Because again, if 5,000 people are gonna show up to that stadium, why build a new stadium there? Y'all could have just kept old Blackshear Stadium, even though, yeah, it was falling apart and everything. I'm just saying, why build a new stadium? Like, in order for you and Mr. Mickens and G-Bo, y'all could attest to this. In order for you to change the narrative about about your team, you got to show up to the game. You're winning football games. You're 6-3. You are 4-1 in the SWAC West. You lead the division. If you would have came to the game, I think it would have been very hostile for Alabama State in the game. Could have made some noise. Could have made some noise. Because guess what? You're trying to host a SWAC championship game at Panther Stadium, Blackshear Field. But you don't want to show up to the game. God dang it. Billy Nix is rolling over in his grave right now. Man, if it was the same way when the winning really started, when Dr. Henry Frazier III came over and try to pump some enthusiasm into the team? Was the fans fickle like that? Was it the same when Willie Simmons took over the team? Willie Simmons came from Alcorn as an OC and took over the reins at Prairie View. Was the fan base fickle like that? Because I don't think I know about Willie is he wins. Was the same thing when Eric Dooley was the head coach? I seen it was that a little bit for Bubba McDowell's tenure. But now you got a coach that's coming in, even though he's from the Division II ranks. He's from the area. He's from North Side Houston. He's from Acres Homes. He from the Shady Acres. The man went to 2 Division II national championship games in a row. He wasn't on the winning end of them though. But he took a team, a Valdosta State team, and took them to the national championship game twice. Is it fair on him and on the football team that they go out there week in and week out and put on the show and give you a product of a winning product, to be exact, a winning product, and you only had 5,000 show up to the game? Because last time I checked, 5,000 was the seating capacity old Blackshear Field before you tore it down. Do we have to remind folks that this ain't the late 80s, early 90s, this ain't the late 80s and 90s version of Prairie View football? This is not the version of that Prairie View football where back then Prairie View was everybody's homecoming. You didn't have to schedule no Lincoln, California, or no or no Virginia Lynchburg, or no Westgate Christian, or no North American University for a homecoming. All you had to do is just go right down to Texas, down to South Texas, and get Prairie View as your homecoming. But if you want to change the narrative, because I'm speaking to I don't know my Prairie View fans in here, because they in here. If you want to change the narrative, if you want to change the narrative, Coach Jackson is doing it right now. He's doing it right now by winning. By winning. By winning. What if he comes in, sweeps the SWAC next year, and goes to the SWAC championship game, wins that, and goes to the Celebration Bowl? Are y'all going to jump up for joy for that? Or y'all just going to be in y'all feelings and think that this is going to be the same Prairie View team from the 90s? And I guess that is my rant for this weekend. What you got for me, man?
I mean, they're going to figure something out. I mean, Prairie View been in two of the last four SWAC championships. You can't get folks show up to the game. They might be in three of the last five.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be 3 out of the last 5. They're gonna be in the SWAC championship game.
And really, when you put the two ticket schools together, I don't think it was even 10,000.
They said they only had 3,000 at the game yesterday for Texas Southern. That made no sense right there. And I understand, like I said, I understand the soul. You got other teams, other schools in Houston that's having the same issue with going to the games and stuff. But let's just say they host a SWAC championship game. Guess who will be down in Prairie View? Me. I'll be down there. Ain't no better quit driving. Ain't got to get in a hotel room. Ain't got to get none of that stuff. I just go down there and get what I have to get and do what I got to do.
There'll be a real crazy look for them to be hosting and the home side half empty. Home side the same as the visitor side.
I'm just putting a scenario out there. I'm just saying, hey, you gotta, cause for a minute, guess what? I'm gonna be honest with you. If they would have won the game, guess what? All they had to do was just win out. They are going to host the SWAC championship game at Panther Stadium. Lionel's prediction was going to come true. And guess what we would have done? Guess what Jack State would do? All we got to do is just win out, go to the SWAC championship game. All we're going to do is just come in, take y'all shit, beat your ass, and head back to Jackson. Get ourselves ready for the Celebration Bowl. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You want to change the narrative? The man is winning right now. It ain't the prettiest way that he winning, but he's winning right now. So they want to change the narrative. You got to get out there, give your team hope. Cause guess what? When those players look into the stands and they don't really see anybody there, they get discouraged. They get discouraged. What's going on, Chuck?
Good evening to you all. I'm gonna be quick. I know you have a lot to get to, but were you all just talking about the low attendance at these games?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a huge discussion when it comes to HBCU athletics when it comes to the football games, and I think this what was happening with what Tremaine Jackson was talking about when people that come out to the games at Prairie View. Coach Jackson is kind of like the way former Tennessee State coach Eddie George was about that year at homecoming. He was looking. He asked the question. Asking the question, do these people like football? You remember him asking that question?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Now he's at a place where they like football.
Yeah. He asked the question. You see what's occurred? He's moved on. He's at Bowling Green State University in Ohio, and I noticed that it's kind of like look at what happened on Thursday evening when Delaware State and Norfolk State played. They put in that venue in Philadelphia. I never thought that much about Delaware State. People drawing to, they had to put it in Philadelphia because they had never been in a venue like that. That's what I've been hearing. And put it in there. As you say, even I saw the governor of Delaware there, and they had all these people like Cam Newton and Hugh Douglas, many others that are there. I remember when Hugh got drafted drafted out of Central State.
Yep.
And by the Jets, and I was looking at, and I'm looking at who Deshaun Jackson's bringing who he has with his staff. Eugene Chung. I remember he got drafted out of Virginia Tech. Went to the Patriots, and what happened? It makes you wonder about if these people are interested in football. And I look at Prairie View's facility; those are nice facilities. G Boom was in the comments. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to offend anyone, but I just wonder. But I say you have a nice facility, and they have a lot of talent in that area as well.
Oh, they do. 47,000 at Philadelphia. It don't matter if it was coaches fans, if it was Eagles fans, if it was Hornets, if it was Spartans. 47,000 for a game on a Thursday night.
On a school night.
On a school night, a Thursday night where you're competing with Thursday night football.
Yeah, up against that. Yeah, I think about my, yesterday it didn't have as many people at the game. My parents and I went to the Grambling Alabama A&M game yesterday, and Grambling on the home side, it was, people coming in. It was a fair attendance. I can imagine, you'll have more coming to homecoming, but that's why Grambling had to go and take their show on the road to just like they played in Vegas to draw people to these games, and like when they play your alma mater.
Yeah, so. I mean, it don't matter to me. I just feel like you got fans like that coming in.
Sonic Boom as well.
You want those fans right there. You just don't want not saying we don't want, fans of the teams and stuff like that, but you just want some fans that just love football.
Yeah, that's why I've been in these venues where people love football.
Like I mean, I don't give a damn about Dion. Because Dion don't pay me. Dion ain't paid now one of my bills.
Nope.
But first and foremost, I'm a fan of football. Second of all,
me too.
I'm my alma mater. So that's the way it would have went with me when Dion was the head coach of Jackson State. People get too much idolization, and that's the reason why I say with Michael Vick. Yes, Michael Vick. Do I consider him a celebrity coach? I don't consider him a celebrity coach. Yeah. I don't consider Deshaun Jackson a celebrity coach.
No, and I see Clinton Portis on his staff. Portis like more celebrity than Vick.
Clinton Portis is a character.
Oh man.
Clinton Portis is a character. Clinton Portis, when he was with the Redskins,
wearing all that stuff,
he comes out when he dressed up as those different characters. My favorite one was Southeast Jerome.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's my favorite character. All right.
Oh yeah.
But it's just me. It's just me. I don't see none of them as I don't see none of them as a celebrity. I don't. Dion is a celebrity because he's trying to keep his name relevant.
No.
Dude, your name is gonna be relevant because of your athletic attributes did on the football field.
Athletic and marketing genius. Yeah.
Right.
Athletic and marketing genius. Yeah.
I'll tell you this though. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Dion is eating humble pie right now because
52-17 yesterday. They were beating bad.
You last 2 games been bad.
You can't get scored for 50 points. It's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
they had 2 weeks this bad back when they had the one win season.
Oh gosh, I saw that score. I said, "Oh man."
It was bad.
had me wonder you too. I was wondering, I said, what is the athletic director Rick George thinking about right now? You know, they were excited about having him. What is he thinking at this time?
He can't afford that buyout, and they're getting rich off of Deion's name.
That's what it is. I thought they probably struck a gold mine to get him out of there. You know, in Colorado, you know, up in the mountains. I thought they struck a gold mine up there.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. Deion probably gonna do one more season.
Yeah.
And if his health don't give out,
yeah, he's having health challenges.
He's gonna have to sit down. I feel like he'll do it this year at the end of the season, because you look at it like, dude, you 57 years old. You're close to 60.
He's 58.
50, oh my bad, 58. Because you just had
he's same age as my my oldest brother. My older brother is 58 years old, and my middle brother is 56. Now, see, this month I'll be turning 50. So, Deion could be my brother. Yeah.
So you're close to 60 years old. Let's put it just like that.
Yeah, close to 60.
All your kids are close. You got one of your sons is in the NFL. The other one is in the NFL. He's trying to get back there, but he got to
get it
with Shiloh. You got one is running his own clothing business, and he's doing very well with
Bucky. Bucky.
With the videography.
Yeah, well off.
You got DeAndrea is DeAndrea, and Shalimar is over at Alabama A&M hooping.
Yeah, she's at Alabama A&M. Yes.
It is time for you to sit your ass down somewhere and be a pawpaw. You got kids. When your kids tell you it's time for you to sit down, it's time for you to sit down. If Shador comes to him and says, "Hey, Pop, you gotta chill out. You need down somewhere." Or
almost 60 years old. Yeah, I look at where I am.
If you ain't here for us, or the grandbaby, I don't know what they don't know what they would do, because their whole world revolved around their daddy.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Now, getting beat to sleep by 50, getting beat to sleep 50 points again, 2 weeks in a row. Because the first time, they got beat by Utah.
Oh yeah.
And then
Kyle Whittingham.
And then this one was against who? Yesterday?
Arizona. That's that Jed Fish is the head coach. Yeah. Jed Fish is at Washington. I meant Fish is at Washington. Yeah.
But
Fish is at Washington. I'm sorry about that.
52 put on you by Arizona is, you're gonna have to fire everybody.
Yeah. And Hammer's former dancers with assistant at Arizona. MC Hammer's there. Yeah.
It's time to start over from scratch. And if you want to be an actual coach, if you want people to think of you as an actual coach, you're gonna have to actually be a coach.
Yeah. In this landscape, you have to be a coach. That's why they terminating. I see Mike Loxley and
Mike Loxley just got let go because he got he got boat raced in the homecoming game yesterday by Indiana.
Sure did.
And then Hugh Freeze just got the buyout. Book. He got fired today.
Yeah.
So, Deion making $10 million a year and has a $35 million buyout. Man, they're gonna find that money.
They're gonna find that money. They had to find the money to bring him there when they hired him.
Because when people get tired of being the minstrel show,
he might get the Nike. They might get Nike. Contact Nike to get some money.
When they get tired of that minstrel show, they're gonna want to. They want a return on their investment.
Yeah.
Not just the marketing part. They want to win football games. The last time Colorado won a national championship, I was
1990.
I was in the 5th grade.
Yeah, I was in high school. I was a sophomore in high school. Yeah.
That's the last time Colorado was relevant in anything in football.
Yeah.
Is that
1990. They shared it with Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. So they're gonna get tired of being a minstrel show. They're gonna say, well, we ain't putting all these rappers and actors and celebrities on the sideline for you.
Yeah.
So you gotta go out there and show me something. You gotta go out there and win me some games.
And that's what it's all about.
You gotta go to put a good product out there on the field. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, and they don't have that excitement there in that stadium in Boulder. You don't have all those people all around there, and the only thing that'd be exciting would be Raffy the Buffalo running across the field at pregame. That'll be it.
So you're gonna have to show me something. Rick George's gonna have to give me. You're gonna have to show some nuts. Let your nuts hang and say, "Hey, you gotta win something, or I'm gonna have to let you go." Here's that 20. Here's that $35 million. I don't care. Go. Go
Yeah.
sit at home. Go sit at home, because that's what they will do that.
Yeah, you deal with these schools. They don't play that kind of stuff. Sometimes. Yeah.
But anyway, man, we about to get up out this thing. I'll be back on Wednesday. Should be back on Wednesday, and then Friday. I should see what's up Friday, because Dale State and Morgan State are playing Friday night.
Yeah.
And then we got the SWAC. Now, I'll let y'all know, I don't know if I'll be able to do anything this weekend, because they were out there. They was hunting channels and saying, giving us C and Ds. They gave me a C and D yesterday for the Bama State game. Hey, I'm not gonna fuss at them. I'm not gonna fight. I'm just gonna comply. Why?
I watched on my phone yesterday. I watched on SWAC TV.
Yeah, I have a good rapport with the conference, so I'm gonna do what they say. Yeah.
I watched on SWAC TV yesterday while I was in the stadium.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what they say. Now.
Yeah, and speaking of SWAC, I'm gonna land on this one. My parents and I were at the game yesterday, and like I said, Gramblin's defense is what showed up at the game yesterday. Jason Rollins, I knew him from McNeese. A lot of those guys on the staff, him, Delphine Lee, and Reggie Nelson. I remember those guys from McNeese in the '90s. They played on the football team, and also Jason Rollins was a coach there as well. He was assistant coach, and also the Gramblin's band. I'm gonna land on this. And Gramblin's marching band did a great show yesterday. They did a gospel show. With dealing with breast cancer awareness, and did a great show. Had liturgical dancers. The band director, have female band director, Dr. Nicole Roebuck. Shout out to her. And the guy who did a saxophone solo, he and I went to elementary and junior high together here in Monroe. And by the way, he's principal of junior high here in Monroe. Shout out to Michael Price, assistant band director, playing that solo on saxophone. He brought the house down. He's been getting a lot of great remarks. Yeah, from the post. Yeah.
So I would say appreciate you, Chuck, for joining me.
All right, man. Always great conversing with you all, and you two, and people in the comments. You all just take care and have a great week.
All right, man.
All right, you all take care. All right.
Hey, let's see. Deion gets fired, then all the black CU podcasters are jobless, while the white is eating good and built a sustainable platform. It's not Deion's fault he get fired. He get fired. You're a podcaster. You control your own platform. You can control your own platform. And you can control your own narrative too. He get fired. That is not his fault. That's their fault that you didn't have a what's the thing I'm looking for? A fallback plan. Who fault is that? It ain't my fault. Shit. Shit, don't bring fat ass Neely over here. These folks gonna y'all you think y'all think my mama was a crash out. Shit. Y'all think my mama was a crash out. What? Yeah, not coming on my platform. Shoot, you better make your own. Shit, I ain't gonna have no joint podcast with him. I don't know him like that, but hey, man, I don't rock with nobody like that either.
Yeah, Neely gonna have to find him something to do.
You're gonna have to find, yeah, you're gonna have to come go with his own shit, man. And if he listened to it, yeah, I said it. I said it. I would say it like this: do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't my fault. I still got Halloween candy up in here. It ain't my fault. Shoot, they get fired. If he get fired, it ain't my shoot. That's their fault. Better have your fallback plan. Shit, talk shit like we all like. Talk bad about his damn knees. Talk bad about his 8 toes. Shit. That's what we do. That's what we do. Shoot, you should know that you should not put yourself in a position where you rely on one person that lets you eat. Yeah, you're gonna have to find it. Yeah, you're gonna have to find his own thing. But yeah, what's going on in Memphis, man?
Not too much. I ain't seen no National Guard, so I don't know what Trump talking about, man.
He'd be a damn fool to have to bring the National Guard to Memphis. Them fools from North Memphis would go and jack them niggas up. I'm sorry. It'd be a fool to come down to Dallas. We do not play that. Our sheriff already said we is not doing shit for ICE, and ICE ain't doing shit over here. Yeah, man. I don't like how they did my man Chuck Bishop, man. Charles. He good people. He good people.
What happened with Chuck?
Huh?
What happened with Chuck?
Nah, when they took, when they took, when Neely
Oh yeah.
Colorado and they threw Chuck under the bus. Now Chuck good people, man. He good people. He got his own thing. He doing shit now. He doing big shit. Got SWAC TV and stuff. So, oh yeah, the boom was being petty last night with FAMU. Boom was being petty last night. Told FAMU, thanks for inviting all the high school kids. And all the high school kids went over to the boom. But other than that, I ain't got too much to talk about now. Just waiting on Wednesday. I need to get my top 10. See, why FAMU fans say boom they won and the boom suck? Cause them niggas tone deaf. Anyway, man, we don't get up out of here, man. So y'all hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. On Instagram. Either one. So, and let everybody know. I'm letting everybody know I'm doing a portfolio. Trying to get a portfolio built as far as when it comes to my photography. So it'd be cool. Y'all spread the word. Let them know that I'm in the building if they want photos to be done. But other than that, man, we gonna get up out of here. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Hug your loved ones. Love on your loved ones, man. Again, my man Troy. Again, condolences. He lost his mom. Took his mom out the life support yesterday. She passed away yesterday morning, I think. And yeah, so he appreciate all the love that everybody gave to him. Even he said, even tell those deep people. And when he say deep people, he's talking Jackson State. That he appreciates all the love and the condolences that was sent to him. Because he told me some stuff, man, about his mom. Didn't even know that she wrote 4 books. That's crazy. But whew. And my friend Danny, she lost her grandmother on Thursday night. So send my condolences still with her too. Because y'all don't know that's Fat Man, that's the gathering old men and one lady. That's what we need to name the podcast over there. The gathering old men and one lady. But y'all send the condolences. But again, love on your loved ones. Always crash out on your kids and beat them out the penitentiary. And as always, y'all know what we do. Y'all know how I end this thing. Be easy, baby. Peace.